Greetings everyone, my name is Wajeiya and I'm the Innovation Programs Manager at Jacobs Africa, and part of what I do is I build ecosystems of thriving entrepreneurs all across Africa, and part of what that entails is basically working with very early stage aspiring innovators, entrepreneurs who are very keen to take on leadership and bring about change in the communities that they have identified. And so what I'll then do on a day-to-day basis is to equip them first with how they see Africa, how they see the world, so shaping their perspectives and then helping them to build the right mindsets. There's a key entrepreneurial mindsets that are critical to then bring about that change, and then subsequently provide them with resources, tools that will enable them to be able to have a successful mission. So the third and final skill would be the skill on how to build. And with this one, I'll share what I thought was a fascinating story when I was once told about these 3 stonecutters. It's an amazing story because it actually then also speaks about the very first 2 skills which we spoke about: how to see, then how to think, and then finally how to build. So it's a story about these 3 stonecutters who at some point were building a cathedral, and it so happened that there was a traveler who passed by to just interact with them and find out what were they up to. And so he went to interact with the first stonecutter. In this case, I mean the traveler. And so in the process, he asked this gentleman, "Okay, what exactly are you doing?" And the first stonecutter's response was interesting. He said, "I'm just chiseling stone. That's all I'm doing." So the traveler said, "Okay." He went on to the second stonecutter, and as he interacted, same question. "I'm curious to just learn a bit more about what you're doing." And the second stonecutter's response was a little different and equally interesting. And he says, "I'm building a wall." And so when the traveler went on to the third and final stonecutter, the third stonecutter had a much more interesting response, and his response was that, "I'm building a cathedral." And so the moral of this story and why I share it is that as an aspiring entrepreneur who's out to build a thriving business that hopefully by now you've also very clearly defined for yourself what thriving looks like, what it means to you, is that like with these 3 stonecutters, the third one, who had a very clear definition that I'm building a cathedral, was set up to then accurately determine how he would go about that process of building. And therefore, if you, as a young African or just a young aspiring entrepreneur from whatever part of the world you are, that as you're looking to build this thriving business or to bring about change in your community through innovation, the skill on how to build, which heavily depends on now your ability to see and to see well, and equally think and think accurately, then if you combine it with now being able to build and to build well, you are already set up for a successful journey as an entrepreneur.